next video, in which will be my first video of a Pokemon team building guide for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. In this video, I'm going to be talking about building a team around Treecko. In this first section of my video, I'm going to talk about the core team that we're going to build, which will consist of 3 Pokemon, 1 grass, 1 water and 1 fire type, as this provides the most coverage against other types and is an effective way of building a team so that you can cover a wide range of other types and deal with them effectively. In this example, we're going to have Treecko as our grass type, and to Treecko we're going to add Numel. Numel will be our fire type, and Numel is also a ground type Pokemon, which gives it more coverage against other types as well, which is always a good thing, and I suggest always having dual type Pokemon, as they give you more coverage, as I stated, and they enable you to deal with a number of different Pokemon, and also you have a variety of moves to use in different situations. To round out this team, we're also going to add Wingull, which is a water flying type, and Wingull will be able to deal with grass and fire type Pokemon and anything that our other 2 Pokemon can't deal with. And this is a good core team that we're going to use and we're going to explore with, and I'm now going to take you to the next section of the video where I will tell you what we're going to get once we've fully evolved these Pokemon and what I think each of these Pokemon should learn when they are at this stage. So when our Pokemon are finally evolved and they're in their final stages, you're going to be left with Mega Sceptile, which is a grass dragon type. You're going to be left with Mega Camerupt, which is fire ground type, and you're going to also have Pelipper, which is water flying type. In terms of the moves that I suggest you teach each of these Pokemon, for Mega Sceptile I recommend teaching it Leaf Blade, which is learnt at level 25, Dragon Claw, which is learnt by a TM2, Frenzy Plant, which is taught by the Master Move Tutor, and Swords Dance, which will increase your attack stat and make your attacking moves much more powerful. And if you can manage to pull off more than 1 Swords Dance, you can get a very powerful Pokemon with Mega Sceptile. For Mega Camerupt, I'm suggesting that you teach it Eruption, which is learnt at level 52, Lava Plume, which is learnt at level 22, Solar Beam, which is learnt by using TM22, and Earthquake, which is learnt at level 46. These moves use what Camerupt is good at and gives it good stab coverage, but it also gives it a useful means of attacking other Pokemon that may threaten it. For example, Solar Beam will help you deal with water types that Camerupt otherwise couldn't deal with on its own. But Solar Beam may not be as powerful as it is being used by a grass type, but at least Camerupt can make use of it to deal with water types if it faces those challenges when you are playing the game. For Pelipper, I'm suggesting you teach it Water Pulse, which is learnt at level 15, Fly or Skydrop, which is learnt from HM2 or TM58 respectively, Hydro Pump, which is learnt at level 50, and Wing Attack, which is learnt at level 8. Pelipper has always been a very dependable Pokemon whenever I've used one. It may not be the best water type, it may not be the best flying type, but it's a solid choice, and it also gives you a good wide range of moves to use to face different challenges and different Pokemon, and also lets you deal with a wide variety of Pokemon using this moveset. And this is what I would recommend, that you teach each of these Pokemon with an in-game usage in mind. In order to round out this team, in this section I'm going to talk about the Pokemon that I think you should add to this team to give it more coverage and also deal with some of the challenges you'll face when playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The first Pokemon that I'm going to suggest is Dusknoir, as this is a very good Pokemon, and it can also help you deal with a wide range of different trainers and different members of the Elite Four that you'll face as you progress through the game, and also other gym leaders. And the moves that I'm going to suggest for this Pokemon are Shadow Ball, which is learnt at level 45, Dark Pulse, which is learnt via TM97, Ice Punch, which is learnt through Move Tutor via a Heart Scale, and Calm Mind, which is learnt through TM4, and Carmine will boost your special attack stat and also make the other moves that you're using in this moveset much more powerful, apart from Ice Punch, which is physical. Another Pokemon that I'm going to recommend you that I suggest for you to use is Mega Gallade. And the moveset that I'm going to suggest for this Pokemon is Close Combat, which is learnt at level 53, Psycho Cut, which is learnt at level 31, Psycho Shock, which is learnt at level which is learnt via TM number 3, and Drain Punch, which is learnt via Move Tutor. This moveset makes use of what Gallade is good at, and it also provides a wide range of coverage to deal with a number of different Pokemon that you may face during the game. And also Mega Gallade looks awesome. And the final Pokemon that I'm going to suggest for this team to make it more balanced and also help you deal with a wide range of situations is Mega Aggron. Now, Mega Aggron may take a lot of time to obtain, and as I have personally found it one of the Pokemon where if you train that and nothing else, you end up with a very weak team compared to whether you trained everything equally. But I think that Mega Aggron is worth it because it is a very good shield type Pokemon. And what I mean by that is it's capable of taking hits and dealing with lots and lots of damage, but also giving out lots of damage as well. And the moveset that I'm going to recommend for this Pokemon is Rock Slide, which is learnt at level 25, Iron Head, which is learnt at level 22, Heavy Slam, which will make use of Mega Aggron's sheer weight and also make that move much more powerful. And if you combine it with a particular item, and I don't know what that is off the top of my head, and if anybody does, please leave that in the comments below, it doubles the weight of the Pokemon, and also which will make Heavy Slam much more powerful. And the final move that I recommend is Autotomize, which will increase your speed, which is something Aggron isn't very good at. So by using Autotomize and also being able to take hits, you can use it more than once, and Autotomize is learned at level 51. So there you have it. There's my first team building guide for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. If you liked this video, please hit that like button, and if you have any comments or suggestions for other Pokemon that you found useful when playing the games, and what you think could work with a team based around Treecko, please leave these in the comments below and let me know what you think. If you want to see more videos like this one, please hit that subscribe button, and you'll see annotations on this page that'll take you to the other videos of this series as and when I upload them to YouTube. I would like to once again thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to follow me on any social networks, I'll leave links in the description below, and you can follow me on those to keep up to with what I'm doing on when I'm making YouTube videos.